What if I told you there's this one thing that's insanely important to making progress? When the pandemic hit, I was still in the Philippines. I was exposed to a lot of degenerate stuff, such as video games and watching, you know. I was a kid who devoured everything in his way. No remorse for human life. Literally. I was like a baby trying to find his milk. 3 years from that point, I'm in the United States with a lot of newly obtained knowledge and experiences. One stood out to me, and they are habits. This goes all the way back in January of 2022. I went for a physical test and I was diagnosed with mild diabetes and I was considered obese. I think there are multiple types of obesity, but it was like the small one, I don't know. And when I came back from the hospital, I felt miserable and disgusted. I can still remember it like yesterday. I was a kid who lacked confidence, social skills, and played video games all day. However, I vowed to myself. I told myself that I had to make a change to propel myself for the better. Imagine yourself full of confidence, friends, and most importantly, good habits. I wanted to be like that. So I went to be him, literally. Imagine you were some famous athlete. You're athletic, good looking, and earned the respect of everybody. Do you think you became successful with bad habits? Of course not. Progress is exponential. A lot of people, this might be even you, so pay attention. A lot of us view progress in days, weeks, or even months. Progress isn't linear. It takes years for us to see progress. Imagine yourself getting better and better each day by 1%. Likewise, imagine yourself getting worse and worse each day by 1%. View it this way: an ice cube, right? The temperature starts off at 28 degrees Fahrenheit. It doesn't melt. Then it becomes 29 degrees Fahrenheit. It still doesn't melt. Then it becomes 30 to 31 degrees Fahrenheit. It won't melt. Then 32 degrees Fahrenheit hits. It melts. At below 32 degrees Fahrenheit, the ice cube never budged an inch. But when it hits 32, it melts. A 1 degree shift, 31 to 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Seemingly no different from the temperature increase. But it has unlocked a new change. This is called a breakthrough moment and is often the result of many previous actions, which build up the potential required to unleash a major change. Roots can be seen everywhere. Look at cancer. Cancer spends 80% of its life undetectable. And cancer takes over your body in months. Bamboo can barely be seen for the first 5 years as it builds an extensive root system underground before exploding 90 feet into the air within 6 weeks. Now you might be asking yourself, then how did I make progress in years? Simply put, I forgot about my goals. I forgot about my goals. You heard that? I forgot about my goals and focused on systems instead. What do I mean by that? I meant what I said. Take a look at it this way. If you're an entrepreneur, your goal might be to build a million dollar business. Your system is how you test your product ideas, hire employees, and run marketing campaigns. What does this mean? This means that you have to focus on your systems. I noticed that if you focus on your systems, you also make progress. Take a look at this. The goal in any sport is to finish with the best score. But you won't just look at the scoreboard, right? Of course not. Instead, the only way to actually win is to get better each day. The score takes care of itself. Now, am I implying that goals are useless? Of course not. Goals are good for setting direction, but systems are best for making progress. If you focus on your goal too much, you spend way too much time on your goals. Numerous of problems come up, of course, but if you take your time by designing your systems, by breaking your goals down and putting different systems, then it's much more simpler to make progress. So what do you do? Well, what worked for me was I wrote down my goals and wrote subparts and connected them to my goal. If my goal was to lose weight, I'd write lose weight in the middle and break it down. So I have lose weight right here, right? And then I'd connect, and then write down words there. And those words will be your systems. You just create a system. Do it right now. Do that exercise right now. Write down your goal and create systems. Focus on those systems that you have created, and results will follow. All big things comes from small beginnings. The seed of every habit is a single, tiny decision. But as that decision is repeated, a habit sprouts and grows stronger. Roots entrench themselves and branches grow. The task of breaking a bad habit is like uprooting a powerful oak within us. And the task of building a good habit is like cultivating a delicate flower one day at a time.